Hello, everyone. I'd like to expand further on what I was saying earlier. Forgive the background noise. I have to be brutally honest. This is not a time to sugarcoat things, and it wasn't a time in 2015 when I started talking about this stuff either. The dangers of it, I think, are evident at this point. So I can't sugarcoat this, despite whoever's going to get mad, whoever doesn't want to be my friend no more, whoever takes their toys and goes home. The fate of everything rests on what's going to happen in the next few months. The fate of the entire world, not just America. So I have to say it. I've been describing for years this attitude of team sports. I always vote Democrat, so I gotta vote Democrat because of this issue. I always vote Republican because I have to vote Republican because of this issue, or that's how I've always voted, or tradition, or it's a team sport for you, whatever the case may be. And I'm talking in general here, not to one person specifically. In general, I've been saying this for 7 years. This same message, this attitude of team sports, and I have to vote this way, no matter what's in front of me with that letter next to it. In other words, I have to vote for that guy because he has the R next to his name. I have to vote for that guy because he has the D next to his name. If you look at things that way, you will lose your country and your freedom and everything you care about or alleged to care about. Because every now and then, your party's nominee may be a grifter, liar, traitor who stole 3,000 classified documents and tried to overthrow the government, who is utterly indebted to foreign nations and uses foreign nations for help in his schemes for power. Then there's the whole he's a rapist thing. Adjudicated fraudster, rapist, scammer, defamer. It's really hard to find something good about this entity. My point is, if you can support all those things I just listed that man has done, tried to overthrow the government, etc., our entire country's systems, how we do things, because he wanted to be a dictator. If you can support the rapist, the fraudster, the con man, the grifter, the liar, the constant liar, simply because he has an R next to his name, you are missing the moral of the incident. And by the incident, I mean all of history. The Roman Empire, the German Empire, as short as it lasted, etc. You are missing the moral of the incident by viewing things the way, as a team sport, as I must vote for this team, no matter, even if the devil is put up in front of me because the devil says he's anti-abortion, or whatever the issue is. Yeah, that don't work to me when I know the entity paid for like 30 abortions. That doesn't work for me, even that argument, because we're talking about a specific entity here. But, whatever. Many people may look at the Republic, well, they say they're pro-life. They could care less about pro-life. It's an issue to get your vote. That's it. When their daughter, granddaughter gets pregnant by the pool boy, they're going to be down the clinic faster than your head can spin. That's reality, despite what's said on the 6 o'clock news and by politicians. So if we want to live in a reality-based worldview, if a party has no problem with constant school shootings, they're not pro-life. They've never been. It's a cute argument, though, that I constantly hear from people that use the R next to that entity's name as a justification for voting for them because of the pro-life issue specifically. Yeah. Even though I'm pro-choice, if Joe Biden did half this shit, I'd vote for a Republican candidate who claims they're pro-life. Despite not banning assault weapons that kill children by the day. I don't even have any children. Why do I care about your children more than you? Talk to the general public. My point about the pro-life thing. We just can't look at it as a team sport. We have to judge the individual entity that slaps the label next to their name, the R or the D or the I or whatever they put next to their name. That's not how I proceed in life personally. Again, if Joe Biden had done half of what this orange thing has done, in a second, I'd vote Republican to get that out of office, to get that threat to our nation, to the Constitution, to everything this country stands for, out of office. That's how I would proceed, despite the pro-life, pro-choice thing. It's that simple. You're not putting the devil up before me and slapping a D next to their name and I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to vote Democrat anyway. Again, this man is an adjudicated rapist, fraudster, con man, defamer, traitor. He's not adjudicated traitor yet. That'll take a few years probably. Will he do any prison time? Of course not. Rich people don't do prison time. When they're ex-presidents, especially. Very few rich people do prison time. And it's usually after a lifetime of scamming and robbing people, and they go to prison when they're like 80. Once the scam has run its course, and millions or thousands of people have lost everything, that's when they go to prison. Not usually early on. Usually takes a mountain of resistance to get that person locked up. My point is, I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings here. I just can't sugarcoat it. I can't worry about people's feelings being hurt or friends of mine not wanting to be friends of mine anymore. This is the fate of everything. And for anyone that's going to leave it up to, well, I voted this way all my life because of this issue or because of whatever reason. That's why my dad voted, my mom. Who cares? If you're going to leave the issue up to that, you're risking losing everything for everyone. It's that simple. And if the 4-year reign and what's taken place since then hasn't proven that to you, to anyone, again, in general, I'm talking to people here, there's nothing that will. Fine. I'm not willing to risk everything because I want a certain team to win all the time. That makes me feel good about myself in some way. No. The person that's not going to ruin the country, the person that didn't betray my country, where we all live, I can't vote for that person. I can't support that person. I can't support an adjudicated rapist. I can't support an adjudicated defamer. I can't support an adjudicated fraudster. I can't support a compulsive liar. I don't care what letter they put next to their name. One more time for the masses. If Joe Biden had dared do half the shit that orange thing did, I would vote Republican so fast your head would spin, even though I'm pro-choice and I think government should have no role in abortion whatsoever. It should be up to the individual person. And I'm a Christian on top of it. And I still believe in pro-choice because my type of Christianity, the thing I'm doing is I don't force it on other people, and I don't hate you if you're not a Christian and you don't believe the same things I believe. And I feel that choice should be left up to the individual, because the only thing that happens when they ban abortion is poor people can't get abortions. Rich people can still fly to Canada or wherever they need to get that handled, that problem. Poor people can't. So once again, the law is only enforceable against the poor. And that's the point, I guess. I don't know. Because we need the poor to have babies so we have more slaves. We have more corporate slaves for the future. That's the idea behind it. Every rich person knows I don't got to worry about any restrictions on abortion. I could fly to Canada or France or wherever I need to. If my daughter makes a choice when she's a teenager and sleeps with the pool boy, I can get that taken care of. That's reality. So this misguided notion, again, that I have to vote this way for the pro-life issue. Yeah, what's the millionaire heiress with a 15-year-old daughter who does something crazy gonna do? She gonna let that girl's future get fucked up because she's pro-life? Or she claims she's pro-life or pro-birth? Or is she gonna go get that handled? If I had to put money on it, despite what they're saying publicly, we'd probably never find out about it behind the scenes. But if I had to put money what that woman would do, be they any color, race, or creed, with that kind of money and influence and opportunity, I'm going to put money that they're going to get their 15-year-old daughter some assistance with the problem, if I had to put money on it. But again, I never really made my stance clear on abortion over the years, despite what people may think of me. Abortion for me is an individual choice that is left up. It should be between two people, a woman and her doctor. Yes, I believe the man responsible for the child should have some input, but ultimately, it's the woman's decision. It's her body. She's got to go through everything. She's got to deliver the child. She can't just usually walk away from the situation like a man can. Usually. So two people should be involved with the discussion over whether a child should be kept or not, in my opinion. A doctor and the woman who's pregnant and is making that decision what to do. The government should have no role. Why? Because our Constitution states clearly that we do not and will not have a government religion, despite what religion or figure I believe in. I believe more in that document when I'm talking about politics, how the world should be run, how the country should be run. That's what this nation was founded on. If you want to move to a Christian theocracy or a theocracy, then you should move there. That's not what America will ever be, hopefully. Even though it's my team allegedly trying to win, gain power, the Christian team. I'm not on their team, though. This is a two-way process. There's two people involved in what I believe. The man upstairs and me. What everyone else does, that's their fucking choice and problem. I don't run with whatever the institutional church says. That's a joke to me. It's an institution. I'm a man. I'm not an institution. Want nothing to do with it whatsoever. Institutional anything. The relationship, the thing I'm got going, that's between me and the man upstairs. That's it. I can't force that on anyone. I can't start whipping people because they don't believe what I believe. I can't start telling people they can't have abortions if they want them because of my Christian beliefs. I have to allow them the freedom the Constitution allows me and everyone else. That there will be no established government religion. So government should have no role. Any authority should have no role in what a woman does with her body. That should be left up to her. Even though I'm a Christian, even though what the Christian community wants in this country is bans on abortion and their team to win and be the winning theocracy, winning theological dictatorship. I'm not looking for that. No kind of dictatorship. I don't care whether it's theological or not. That's my stance on things, and it's nothing personal against anyone. It's kind of a live and let live philosophy. I have no right to punish others or enforce my religious, whatever I've got going beliefs on you. Because you might believe something different. And in this country, that matters. There shall be no established government religion. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Not at all. That's dictatorship. It's just under the guise of Christianity or whatever religion you'd like to pick. It's that simple. So my personal philosophy, despite me professing to be a Christian at times on video, I'm pro-choice. I know 90% of the people that get up, politicians, professional politicians that get up and say they're pro-life have paid for or had abortions. I know this. So I don't take that seriously whatsoever. That choice should be left up to the individual. Government should have no role. Just because you're a Christian or you're this religion or that religion, you shouldn't be rooting for, wow, I hope the government adopts a completely religious doctrine and starts stoning people in the town square if they do something wrong, or burning witches, etc. None of that stuff is right just because it's Christians doing it. None of it. And Christians can't force their beliefs on others. One party wants to do that. One party alleges to want to inject theocracy into everything. Do they really live any of that? Of course not. They're all hypocrites and liars. Pretty much every single one of them, except for like 2 that have taken a stand against insurmountable odds. Anyway, one more time, I want to be real clear about this. Christians cannot try and establish a government religion here. They cannot impose their Christianity on other people through force, through threatened jail time, threatened anything. This country, if you believe in the Constitution that your party alleges to believe in, then you believe in no government religion. You can't force religion on the general population. That's what churches are for. If you want to get into that, go to church. We can't force it on everyone else. Even though I want no part of it. No institutional church. Again, it's a two-way street for me. No institution necessary. No political party necessary. I'm going to vote for the person that's not dangerous to my very existence and my country's existence based on what I've seen, despite what letters next to people's names. Again, we can't force our religious beliefs on others. We can't have a theocracy-style government here. We need a government representative of all the people, not just the Christians. And abortion, again, government should play no role. What right does government tell you, anyone, what to do with their body? I mean, I'd take it even further. What right do jobs have to invade our body through drug testing, etc.? It should be totally illegal. What right does any office have? Are they drug testing the CEO? Fucking course not. They drug testing the people that can afford drugs? Of fucking course not. Do they drug test the president of the U.S. to get the job? Of course not. Because we all know most rich people do drugs. Because they can afford them. They can afford the excesses of life. I'm not saying every rich person, but a lot of them. Why? Because they have access to it. They can afford it. Where people can't. That's why we don't drug test the president of the United States in order to get the job. They don't even have to take a civics test that I'm aware of. So, again, you got the double standard at the high end and the low end. At the low end, you get a packet this thick of what your job requirements are, drug test, background check, credit check, etc. At the high end, President of the United States, you can walk right in as long as you're old enough and a citizen of this country. No problem. No drug test, no background check, nothing. You can be an indicted criminal and run again. You can be a convicted criminal and run again. If I'm a convicted criminal, Walmart ain't gonna hire me. I could run for president though. Isn't that funny? Real funny. One more time so I'm real clear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself 30 times. We can't impose our religion on other people through force, jail time, etc. We can't establish a government religion. That's literally the antithesis of the Constitution that so many people allege to believe in. I take that document seriously. When someone betrays our country, our CIA, FBI, etc., they betray all that. They steal classified docs. They try and overthrow the government, install themselves as a dictator. That's the antithesis of everything so many people allege to care about in that document that was written so long ago. It's the literal opposite of it all. It's literally why those men came over here to start a new country, to get away from dictatorship, monarchy, etc. It has no place here, be it theological or not. So one more time, we can't establish a government religion just because you are that religion or I am that religion. Not fair to other people. What if the Muslims wanted to make Islam the national religion? Would you be okay with that? What if the Satanists wanted to make Satanism the national religion? Would you be cool with that? Because, hey, they're in power. So they get to decide what the national religion is. Buddhists, pick a religion. What if that community gained a foothold in politics and they wanted to make it national religion? Would you be cool with that? No, you wouldn't, of course not, all of you out there. That's why I can't be cool with us using Christianity simply because it's my belief. I apply it to my life. I can't then, via government, say, well, if you violate my theological beliefs, I can put you or your doctor in prison. No. That's not right. It's not fair to everyone. Not everyone believes what you believe or I believe. This is a nation of nations. And everyone, there's a lot of different belief systems, philosophies, religions, etc. We can't force any one of them on everyone. And that's what the abortion issue is for me. It's a theological issue that should be kept out of government, and it should be left up to the individual. And, then there's the cases of rape, incest, etc. I don't think God's going to hold that against you. That's just my opinion. I even have a different theological belief than the institutional Christian church on this matter. But even though I'm a Christian, again, I'm pro-choice. I want the individual to have the freedom to make the choice. I don't want to force any belief I might or might not have on them, because I believe I live my life based on a certain philosophy or religion, okay? That's all I'm trying to say here. And that document that so many of you claim to believe in, that's the Bible of our country. You're voting to nullify it. That's what you're doing. Simply because the Canada has an R next to their name. It's dangerous for all of us and you. And you. Very dangerous. Have a good day.